What's more important when it comes to interior designer's portfolio? High quality images or variety of projects? Should I include text in my portfolio? But which are the right project for my portfolio? Hello, welcome back to Space for Edit. My name is Cynthia. I am a commercial interior designer, and on this channel we talk about all the things that they don't teach you in design school but you need to know in the real world. And today's video is not your typical what should be in my design portfolio video. Today, we are focusing on the thing that really matters on your client or your employer, whichever way you are going. Because let's be honest, they are the one that we are creating this portfolio for. We are not just doing it just because we got loads of time to waste. So it is very important to understand what they want to see, how it's best to present the information for them, and literally what they are looking for. Today we'll look at why it all matters and how you can leverage this information in your favor. The chapters for this video are the importance and purpose of your portfolio, selecting the right projects for your portfolio, importance of storytelling, quality content, and the magic of before and after. Okay, let's dive in. I don't think we need to state the obvious that portfolio is where you can show your experience, your expertise, your skill set, your style, but what is the best way to present all of this information? Employers and clients in general are quite naturally drawn to well-presented, well-organized portfolios. It kind of helps them see how you can apply your expertise onto their project. So it helps them to kind of create this vision on how you could work for them. According to a survey by American Society of Interior Designers, 73% of hiring managers prioritize the portfolio when evaluating candidates, underscoring the critical role portfolios play in securing job offers. So that's all great, but how can you leverage this information? You have to make it for them. See your portfolio as one of the main marketing tools that you have. There is a reason why the saying "a picture is worth 1,000 words" is so popular. And like with every marketing strategy, you really need to understand your end user, your target audience, so you can provide the right information, package it in the right way so that they are drawn to it, they accept it, and they eventually either buy from you, hire you, or refer you to someone else. I've made this mistake myself in the past, and now when I look back, it really shows. Obviously, you want it to come from you, you want it to have your personality in there, but keep in mind that all of this information, the way you present it, what you say, how you say it, is for them. Put yourself in their shoes as if they will be looking through it, and think about all the questions that are going on in their minds, all the challenges, all the things that they want to solve. Are they going to find answers in your portfolio? In most cases, you will need a variety of projects. And even if you are targeting a specific type of employer, studio, or a client that's looking for a specific type of project, those projects still need to show a variety. For example, if I was to present my portfolio to a potential office project, which has happened recently, I will make sure to obviously include other office projects that I've worked on in the past. But in this niche, in this workplace design niche, there are still a variety of elements that I can show. Maybe it's a concept to completion job. Okay, we're showing the whole thing. Maybe it's just a conceptual CGI render. Maybe it is just an online consultation, just a layout, just few options for 2D layouts. Maybe it is not just an office, but also a breakout area, a cafe, a restaurant that was in this kind of a workplace environment. This shows how much you can actually give, and also helps to visualize the variety of services that you can give, from concept to completion, concept only, consultation only, mood board only. There's so many ways how you can present yourself in your services without even saying anything. Just let your work do the talking. So once again, when you are creating your portfolio, or once you've created it, cast a very critical eye and ask yourself some questions. Does it feel repetitive? Is there too much of the same? How can I make each project stand out even more without breaking apart the whole flow of the portfolio? This is a good one. Is there something that I can take away that will create a more diverse selection? I think oftentimes we put in too much information in portfolios and it just gets a bit too overwhelming and too stretched out. We don't need that. Be concise and make sure only the best things are in there. A survey by American Society of Interior Designers revealed that 82% of employers consider well-written project descriptions as an important aspect of the portfolio. Storytelling is everything. It is what has connected us from the first day when we were all sitting around the fire and sharing and connecting through storytelling. And portfolios that really focus on storytelling and prioritize storytelling really help the employer or the client connect to the designer on a much more detailed level. A well-structured storytelling can really elevate your projects and show the challenges, the creative solutions, the whole journey throughout the project. And again, it's a great way to show what you can actually do. I have to hold my hands up and admit that I only learned the importance of storytelling very recently. Before I knew about it, I was definitely not focusing that much on like the context behind the images. I was pushing the images first, but now after learning more about it, reading into it, practicing it, I can see how it can just elevate your work immediately. It takes time to understand this, to learn this. I'm still learning, but that doesn't mean that we should ignore it, because again, there is some leverage in it. Speaking of leverage, how can you leverage this information in your favor? So how can we make our portfolios more engaging and more immersive? How can we take the viewer onto the journey without boring them or oversharing too much information? Not everything needs to be written in a text format. Over time, you will see the more you present your work, the more you talk about it, you will actually start to talk the way that you've written in the past. I gotta be honest with you, probably no one really reads through the text that is added onto portfolio pages. But here's the trick. You have to go through that process. You have to write that text. So whenever you are presenting your portfolio, your work, you are sharing what you do, networking, meeting new people, whenever you are telling other people what you do and explain your project, that's when the storytelling will come in. You will fall back on that information. You've already done the work and now it really comes through. Okay guys, we are halfway through the video. If you're still here, I'm guessing you're enjoying the content. If you want to hear more about this topic, like some tech tricks that you can use for your portfolio, or you want to maybe see some other ways how you can present your portfolio, then my newsletter and my Instagram page is for you. It's also a really good opportunity for us to connect on a more kind of a one-to-one level, as I always wrap up my newsletters with an open question about the weekly topic, which this week is portfolios, and it just gives us an opportunity to chat a bit more. And yes, I reply to every single email myself. The link is in the description box. Make sure you sign up and let's get on with the video. Does the quality of your images matter? 110%. Yes, it does. And a lot. Clients and employers want to see good quality work, not just because it helps to kind of visualize your project and show off your projects in the best light, but it also instills the kind of trust and commitment to quality work and to attention to detail kind of from your side. There are multiple other platforms where authenticity is great, and I would always encourage it, like Instagram stories, TikTok, YouTube even, but portfolio, that's where we show the good stuff. And if you're a student or you're just starting out and you don't have a backlog of loads of quality pictures from projects, then I've got something for you, so keep watching. There are multiple ways how high quality work can be showcased throughout your portfolio. Obviously, the first one is have great images. Make sure you've got a professional photographer hired for the project, so at the end they can come and take the photos. Be smart and put some allowance in, put all the allowance in your design fees for the cost of a photographer from the very beginning. If you don't have the budget and you can't hire someone, there is nothing wrong about going and taking the photos yourself. I've done that myself, hold my hands up, and it was a tight budget on the project, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna try and do something myself. But what I did before that is I studied a little bit about interior photography, watched some YouTubes, read some blogs, had a little practice myself, looked into how I will have to edit them in post-production, you know, through Photoshop and everything else. So yes, you can do that. There's no shame in that. If anything, it again shows you that you can do a lot of things, but obviously it's never going to be as good as high quality as a professional photographer's. But what to do if you don't have a photographer, if you can't do it yourself, and you don't even have projects to show? Well, you can get around this by putting in CGI visuals. If you don't have the budget to hire out a specialist, a CGI studio, you can always do it yourself. And I'm a big fan of Enscape. I've done a lot of projects on Enscape and managed to get to a really nice quality that I can put into my portfolios and be quite proud about it. And clients most of the times are quite happy to see the Enscape level and not the full-on CGI level. If we are talking about your average project, your average client and employer as well, I have created an Enscape course. If you're new here, you might not know that, so I'm going to leave the link below if you want to sign up and learn Enscape yourself. Mood boards is another great way to kind of level up the overall quality, the definition, high resolution of your portfolio, because essentially in mood boards we are already using photos that have been done by a professional photographer. So if you have images from Pinterest or Google, wherever you find them, these are going to be high quality, high resolution images. Just don't overdo it. 1 or 2 or maybe 3, depending on how long your portfolio is. That would be a good quantity of mood boards to have and to introduce into your portfolio. It breaks up the portfolio a little bit and introduces a little bit of something else rather than just finished project or just CGI. Houzz reported that 61% of homeowners found before and after photos to be very important when evaluating a designer's portfolio. We love a good before and after. There is a reason why it is so effective on TV, on social media, and very much everywhere. When you show someone the before and after, it kind of adds a bit of extra spark and a bit of extra magic, almost like, from that you got that? Wow, how did you do that? That's like the excitement that you want your portfolio to give to the viewer, to the employer, to your potential clients. This is a great way how to help your client to visualize what you could do for them. Top tip for this step and how you could leverage it in your favor is always take loads of photos of your project, from the first site survey to every other site visit that you go through. Take all the photos, video footage, anything that you can, any other footage, just take it. You will thank yourself later, and later on through editing you can make them look a bit nicer as well and higher quality. Bonus point if you can actually see which angle will look great after the refurb, because then you can put the before and after right next to it, and if it's the same angle, it is just mwah, chef's kisses. That's a bonus point. So has this made you look at your portfolio in a different way? One big lesson that I hope that you will take away from this and that I have learned lately is that it is all about the end user. In marketing, like I said, this is your best marketing tool. It is all about the end user. So understand what they want to see, how they prefer to see it, and deliver. I know your artist and your creative ego is probably saying, but no, it's my work, it's my thing. Yes, it is. But just trust me, there is some great power when you are playing the game by the rules. Let me know if you need any more one-to-one help on this topic with your current portfolios or creating a new portfolio. My calendar now is open for one-to-one consultations. The link will be below, or just message me on Instagram and I will explain how you can work with me. But we can put our heads together and make sure that your portfolio is the best that it can be. That's it from me today. If you want a bit more bite-sized content, make sure to subscribe to the newsletter and have a little scroll through my Instagram, drop me a message, see what I get up to. There's a lot more kind of behind the scenes, authentic, low quality work there. Here are some videos if you do want to binge watch and study a bit more, but if not, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye.